Question 4. A committee of 5 is said to be formed from 6 men and 4 women. How many ways can it be formed if at least 2 women must be included? So now we are talking about selection. So meaning that what we're dealing with here is combination. A committee of 5, which means that the total number of people in the committee must be 5. So we are saying, since there are men and women, we can say that the number of men. Sorry, let me change this. Alright, so now the number of men plus the number of women must be equal to 5. This is what the question is telling us, right? So now it's telling us that there are 6 men. The number of men initially is 6, and the number of women is 4. But the question is telling us that we are getting a committee of 5, right? So now we want to select from that 6 men and 4 women. We want to select a committee of 5 people. So which means they can be men there and they can be women there. So the selection can be anyhow. It can be 5 men and no women. It can be 3 men and 2 women. You grab. But now the question is particular about that 2 women must be included. So if at all, there must be at least 2 women there, which means they can be 2 women, 3 women, 4 women, and they can be 4 women, right? But we cannot have anything less than. So we cannot have 1 woman in the group, right? They must be 2 women and above. So now, since it's combination, we are going to select. So let's say now, okay, let us write the possible ways we can select this. Since there must be 2 women, that means we can have 3 men and 2 women. We can have 2 men and 3 women. We can have 1 man and 4 women. These are the possible selections. Why? We cannot have 5 women and 0 men because there are only 4 women in the group. So it's not possible to have 5 women because there are only 4. I'll be where did the last woman want to come from. So the highest we can have is 4 women. So these are the 3 selections that we can make, right? So what we're going to do is that we are going to find how many ways we can select 3 men from 6 men and how many ways we can select 2 women from 4 women. Because now the way it works is that this is the OR function, right? The one between them is AND, while the one between the different selection is OR. So now if we want to get the how many ways we can select 3 men and 2 women, we are going to be having 6 combination 3 multiplied by 4 combination 2. Because here now we're doing a combination, right? So we're selecting 3 men here from these 6 men, and here we're selecting 2 women from these 4 women, right? But this is not all, because it's either this happens or, and the OR indicator is plus. It's either this happens or this one happens. Either we select 2 men and 3 women. So if we're selecting 2 men and 3 women, we're going to be having 6 combination 2, because we're selecting these 2 men from these 6 men here. So we're having times 4 combination 3, or we have 1 man and 4 women. So we're going to put this here. So we have 1 man, that's 6 combination 1 times 4 combination 4, right? So now let's solve this. So now I'm going to be using my calculator because I don't want this to be too bulky. So we have 6 combination 3 times 4 combination 2. So this is going to give us 120 plus 6 combination 2 times 4 combination 3, and this is going to give us 60. Then the last one is going to be 6 combination 1 times 4 combination 4, which is going to give us 6. So when we add all this together, we're going to be having 186. So this is how many ways we can select we can make a committee of 5 from 6 men and 4 women if at least 2 women must be added. So the idea here is to look for all the possibilities, right? Now, since they are telling us that it's 2 women, we just make sure that when we are selecting the 5 people, there must be at least 2 women. So we can have 2 women, 4 women, right? But it cannot be greater than 4 because the total number of women is 4. But if we have 5 women here, then we can have 5 women. But because the total number of women is 4, we cannot have greater than 4, right? So now this possible outcome, this one here, these 3 men and 2 women, 2 men and 3 women, 1 man and 4 women. These are the possible possibilities. So we're going to now find the selection of the first one, or the selection of the second one, or the selection of the one, because we don't know which particular one. The question can also be direct and tell us that we should find the number of ways if there must be 2 men and 3 women. If there must be 2 men and 3 women, this is the only thing that we need. We don't need the other ones. So we're just going to use this and then we get our answer straight away. But since we do not know, so it could either be this or this or this. So because it is this or this or this, so we have to use the OR function, which is OR, and is multiplication. Here we're having 3 men and 2 women, so that's why we're having multiplication because of the AND function. So those functions are very important. So anywhere you see AND, it is the multiplication, and anywhere you see OR, it is the addition function.